Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome, everybody, to week 5 out of 5 of the main stage for the Hell Let Loose seasonal this spring 2022. Welcome, my name is Anthony. You can call me Nitro if you so choose. I am joined today by my co-caster, Magic Jokic. Magic, hello, hello. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for inviting me back, Anthony.
Awesome. Yeah, no, it was a great game last week. Very excited to see the final round for the main stage. We are back on Foy this week as we get our in-game screen popped up here. So we are watching today TL versus EG. We do actually have some new fun additions to chat. You can now type in or chat with your TL emote or EG emote if you are a follower of the stream. So feel free to root for your team, show that flair, and hopefully we got a good game today. So, Magic, we're back on Foy this week. We saw EG defeat Trirex on this map just 7 days ago. So we will see. This is really do or die for both teams. You know, both of these teams are 2-2. They need to get a win to clinch that playoff spot. Whoever loses today is going home and is out of the seasonal. Magic, what are your thoughts for this game? Any predictions? Things you're looking out for? How you feeling about this?
I think EG is really comfortable on Foy, as we saw last week. They won on Allies, which is traditionally thought of as the more difficult side. But with this new meta, it's kind of switched up a little bit. I think it's a little more even. And TL is going to have a tough match on their hands, even though they are the higher ranked team in the ELO standings. And I think that TL will have a good shot at winning today. I think if their tanks need to show up, their infantry needs to play well and maintain map control, and if they do that, they'll win.
Right, and let's actually get this these standings pulled up here. We'll go ahead and give this a copy and get this on screen in just a moment. We're doing some graphics on the fly here, so it'll be just a moment. All right, so Magic, what are we looking at here? How can you go ahead and explain this this chart to us?
So these are the Buckhole standings based on the matches from the main stage. And so when you beat a team and then they play another team, it calculates all this out, so you kind of get a pseudo ranking for the playoffs. The top 5 teams are already confirmed: Core, WTH, Trigger, Blacklist, and ESPT, OP, BHB. They're all in the top 5 right now. Obviously, this could shuffle a little bit. Depending on who wins today, we'll find out who's going to be number 1 and number 2. But right now, TL is the top seeded team of the remaining teams. So I think, they're probably one of the better teams remaining, and they're going to secure a playoff spot today.
I agree. I think yesterday I was feeling pretty on the fence about really all of the matchups today because there are 3 matches going on today. Quick reminder for everybody. But just based on these numbers, based on what we've seen from TL, we have seen TL perform very well on this map, particularly in tank-heavy maps such as this one. I think their armor might be the deciding factor for this match, but really we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, those are our current rankings for the seasonal. We'll have to see, eventually how this plays out. But in the meantime, as we go back to our scoreboard here, let's go ahead and pull up the current seasonal scoreboard. You can see the 3 matchups today: TL versus EG, STDB versus the Greyhounds, 1/16th. I'm sorry, that's 82nd versus the Greyhounds, and STDB versus Phoenix. So those are the three do or die matches for today. We'll have to check in at the end of our match to see how these are playing out. We are one of the first matches of the day, so there should still be at least one more match going on, given that the match goes the full 90 minutes. But yeah, we'll have to just wait and see. So we do have just about 2 minutes until match start. We do have, as of right now, 99 players in the lobby. So we're hoping for an on-time start today. So as we get started and the match begins, we will be keeping an eye out for the opener for both teams. Obviously, depending on the map layout, the teams should have some sort of strategy in place to secure that midpoint first. So we have seen TL in the past have some pretty well planned out openers, and it does work out for them generally. What we saw last week from EG was them actually play very passively in the opening, let Trirex take West Bend, which was the midpoint last week, and they actually were able to come back and secure that and hold it for the rest of the game. So I'm curious to see how this plays out.
Yeah, I assume they'll do something pretty similar, especially if they get West Bend again. I'm not so much sure about Dugout or Southern Edge. Those are kind of points that you want to contest right away, but I'm interested to see how the opener plays out and who gets the initial advantage.
Right. So, that being said, it is 1 minute before match start. What we're going to do is take a quick intermission. We're going to take a quick break, get ourselves some water, take our potty break. We suggest everybody do the same. Let us know what you're drinking on, what you're snacking on in chat. And, of course, let us know your match predictions. Root for your team, use those emotes, and we will see you momentarily. Thanks so much, everybody, and we'll be right back.
All right, here we go. The map's about to flip.
Here we go. Match start. We're playing on Foy. Again, this is week 5 of 5. Do or die for both teams. Welcome, everybody, if you're just joining us. TL versus EG. I'm joined by my good friend and co-caster, Magic Jokic. We want to thank everybody for being here. And we are ready for this match to begin. As our HDD rig loads in the map here. And here we go. So we'll get into our squad, and then we will go ahead and take a look at the map layout.
So it looks like the point is Dugout Barn, which typically favors the allies, but I think it'll be somewhat even on this mid cap.
Yeah, so this is one, like you said, Magic, that should be contested pretty intensely right off the bat. So let's go ahead and take a look. So Dugout Barn looks like TL is also going to have the town of Foy and Cobra Approach to start. And EG looking like they're getting Bizary, Foy, and Forest Outskirts for the layout. So pretty good spread of maps. It's not really too one-sided. I guess you could call it middle and right.
Yeah, the point layout kind of sucks for both teams here. There's a huge gap in between both those points. So whoever loses middle is going to have a really hard time capturing Dugout back. Although I do think the Allies side is a little closer, it might help them a bit. Foy is really far away from Dugout Barn.
Yeah, no, that is true. And we did see with West Bend and Cobra Factory, with those being pretty close to each other the entire time, the big contested point was that wide open field. And then, of course, Foy was pretty hotly contested that entire time as well. But with this pretty wide open space in between, I'm curious to see what they do with, particularly with their armor. So as we look for the armor for TL, looks like they are lining up. Let's see what everybody's bringing into the fray.
I wonder if this Panzer IV here is going to try a truck snipe. It looks like he's right in the position for it.
Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see if we can find this truck from EG. 40 seconds left to go. We are seeing the tanks come out from EG. What are they bringing to play today? Looks like a small Stewart, actually. We are going to keep an eye on this truck to see if they do manage to pull off the truck snipe. This is an 8-passenger truck, so we'll see how this works out for them. And here we go. Do or die for both teams. Either go big or go home on Foy.
Oh, yeah, you could hear the tank shot as soon as the warm-up wall went down. I think they went for the middle truck, though, not this one on the east. And I don't see any... Oh, no, they're still there.
Yeah, it looks like perhaps no dice this time. That truck is actually still there. All right, well, let's take a look at Dugout Barn. Let's watch the approach from both teams. Are those supplies that we're seeing? I believe those are supplies. All right. Armor coming in, or actually looks like the truck's coming in from EG from the east. As we pull out to the west. Let's see who dumps their passengers first. Looks like TL is getting there first. Let's pull in just a tad bit. Now, Dugout Barn, there is quite a bit of cover once you get inside the strong point, but outside, and aside from these trees, oh, there's one truck going down immediately.
Yeah, they lost their whole truck. I don't know if that was an arty shell or what, but that's
tragic.
Really rough for TL.
Yeah, that's going to definitely put this in EG's favor, at least in the beginning. Already shelling the points. There's a truck going down as well on the EG side. It looks like the Lukes knocking out the infantry near the railroad tracks.
Yeah, so that whole east side of the point, it looks like TL took it, but EG's got the west side of the point.
Yep, and currently the man advantage as well.
TL's capping back now, so that's good for them. I think if TL does not cap this middle, they don't lose the game. I think whoever caps first will win.
All right, that's a huge spawn over to the southeast as well. Still pretty hotly contested point. There's Streets with the kill right off the bat. Streets and Civs playing together. Let's get a little bit closer. The smoke's going to make it a little hard to see.
These are two of TL's top braggers. These guys are going to have big games today.
Right. There's a nade coming up from Civs. Civs doesn't see the player on the left. Has he spotted him yet? Yes, he has.
Oh,
Civs goes down, though. Let's pull back out once again. Check in towards the south. This is Chicken and Waffles. He goes down. And the Panzer backing off just a bit. This arty smoke is going to make it really hard for the infantry on the point. And this could still go either way. Dingleberry Burt with the MG kills. He finally gets taken out. That's going to be DHP with the kill. And let's go out for a bird's eye view. This could still go either way. TL taking away the cap progress from EG. Let's follow this Panzer and see what they do. Let's actually check in and see who the tank crew is for this. This is going to be Mutiny Grecker and Bad Tanker. Great name.
Must be Kalito, knowing his name choices.
Shout out to Kalito. Let's take a look from the EG side and see how their infantry is moving up onto the point. Get some perspective. This open field is not where I would want to be, but with these OPs here, it's going to keep that steady line of infantry going.
Yeah, they have a lot of spawns here, but they're just going to get mowed down by these players that are camping in the trees and the trenches. It's
Yeah,
going to be
absolutely.
a real grind for them
Ooh.
to get out. And yeah, Artie too. Rough.
Very rough. So TL looking like they are getting a bit more of a foothold. And these players from EG are just not having a good time. I believe that is armor that we're spawning. Let's see what EG's bringing to the table.
Yeah, they're just going to sit back here and shell the point, I think. Kind of wait for their infantry to get some more ground.
Yeah, that is what we're seeing. So EG looking like, unless something changes, they may have this advantage here for the cap. Let's take a look at our overhead map while we have an opportunity. TL, plenty of defensive garrisons all around for it. So it looks like they definitely took the time to set that up. Looking like that's going to be Inferno Squad and Emanation as well. Making sure that defense is set.
Yeah, I think if TL takes this middle here, they have a beneficial lineup for the next point. It's Vizri Foy, and you kind of have to hold that west side anyway, and so dedicating guys to that side is kind of an attack and a defense at the same time.
Gotcha, I see what you mean. So EG still holding this southwestern part of the map. Looking like this is their main point of attack for the time being. And it kind of is... Wow, that's Kettins with 2 kills. That's Brutish and Sivs going down. And this MG putting in some work for the time being. I say that right as he gets taken down, as well as his teammate. And they're holding that position no more. TL looking like they're going to get this initial cap. And that was a pretty extended opening. That's TL with the advantage, 3-2. Let's take a look at our map one more time. Looking like that's going to be Trance's squad way off to the west. Let's actually follow that and see what they're doing. We can find the squad. Wow, this is the long flank. That is I'm curious to see what happens with this. We'll have to come back and follow that in just a few minutes. But good to know, TL spreading their players out. See if they can make something happen way on the other side of the map.
Yeah, TL already has good presence here. They just need to push down and start putting some pressure on Foy to alleviate some of that pressure on the midpoint.
Right. EG looking like they are following this corridor off to the west of the points. Let's take a look at the next point, actually. It's going to be Bizri Foy. So for this point, Magic, if you're EG, what are you doing to defend? How are you setting this up? Where are you placing your armor? What do you think is the game plan for them?
I think they just got to place the armor up by that broken house up there and kind of just hold the north side. You're not going to get many pushes from the west. It's just way too open. I'm sure TL will try and get a sneaky garrison to the south of the point, and that's probably where they're going to come in. I saw the Commander Coltrane drop supplies there earlier. I'm guessing that's where that recon squad that you saw earlier is going.
That probably is the case. We'll see how that plays out for them. Once again, EG just having to deal with these open fields. Sony, his teammate going down right next to him. Looking like he has spotted players off to the northwest. That's going to be Contempt, Ken, and Mr. Insane. Is that Mr. Insane Bunny, I believe? Now, I'm curious to know if TL will decide to use these railroad tracks as a point of attack. Again, with these open fields, you're really limited to your options. But at least for the time being, and this may be just a defensive squad, but there's a pretty heavy presence still on this side of the map.
Yeah, they've pretty much taken the entire point and the area around it. Now they just need to push out and get those spawns from the south of the point, so EG can't push that way anymore.
Right. So, getting a bird's eye view, as we said, TL, pretty firm hold on the points. EG looking like they are still set up in the forest to the southwest of the points. And I want to try to find EG's armor and see what they're doing. Looks like that is one tank coming back to the table. Rigging the 76 this time. One thing we did see last week in the Trirex versus EG map was a huge use of AT guns. We haven't spotted any just yet. If we do, we definitely will follow that, though, because that definitely made a difference. We even saw at one point there were 3 AT guns just lined up next to each other. So Trirex definitely made good use out of the guns. Didn't end up in a win for them, but at the same time, it definitely makes those tank fights a little more interesting. So Leroy, looking like he's got his squad. That's Lazy and Curse. Leroy holding down this road west of the point. And he is about to run into, well, it was going to be Feez and his teammate. Now it's just Feez left over. And looks like they're doing a good job of holding that down.
Yeah, if I'm EG, I'm not sure if I push that 76 up right away. Maybe they should sit back and kind of defend a little, wait for the second 76, because they're going to be needing all of their armor to push a spearhead through this defensive point.
Yeah, I feel like, again, just with this map layout and the layout of the, these points, you definitely need a coordinated push with several pieces of armor, obviously supported by your infantry. I just feel like TL is going to have the defensive advantage, unless you do pull something off like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go back to Sibs and Munkmuck, who are victory crawling across the road. Using the cover of smoke. Right now, already being very effective at this moment. But EG, nothing really big happening from this side. TL, though, on the flip side, we are seeing 2 squads making a coordinated advance toward this forest area.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like EG are putting up a ton of fight. They're going to get boxed out here sooner or later.
Yeah, absolutely. With MGs covering the advance, I mean, obviously with this open field, it is going to be a bit of a struggle, but I think in time, in 5-10 minutes time, I think this portion of the map is going to look very different. And while TL is losing players, they are still making ground. Once they get to this forest, it may be a different story. Now, I do hear some armor. Looks like that's going to be... Is that a Tiger or Panzer or something? That's still the Panzer. Still sticking on the point. 2 pieces of armor. Still holding down defense.
Yeah, hopefully TL's pushing their Tiger right now straight down the middle into the 4th point with their infantry. I think that would be most helpful for them.
Yeah, from what we're seeing, looks like that's probably Kalido, Grecker, and Mutiny bringing back a new tank up to the front line. So we'll see where they take that. But again, as we're seeing, TL moving, well, not uncontested, pretty easily down this railroad track. And I may be wrong, maybe we missed it, but I actually haven't seen any sort of bombing runs or nothing much as far as the the commander side. I would have thought that maybe EG, in an attempt to take back the point, may have thrown that down by now, but nothing yet.
I think the commander probably just realized his guys aren't in a position to make a push, even if he did get a garrison or a bunch of kills. They're just way too far south and west of the point right now.
Right, maybe just not the right moment for it. So once again, we're seeing what I believe to be TL using Arty Smoke to get their troops into cover. We saw this in the beginning of the match. That Civ's going down by Arty.
And that might be enemy Arty Smoke. They might have done that to stop them from camping this push up there. Looks like there's some Arty shells coming in now to, maybe they drove him out of the positions with smoke and then hit him with some HE to finish him off. They're all gone now.
Yeah, I was going to say, if that's the case, it proved to be very effective. We'll see if this 3-man squad will survive it, but there is more coming down. That's 2 out of 3 gone. And yeah, Taco-tastic.
Oh, sorry about that. I think that's great Arty play by EG. Very good coordination between their squad leads and their Arty players.
Yeah, absolutely. It basically stopped that push dead in its tracks. The left side, still making some progress. That's Sarge, Cafe de Mocha, Dingleberry Burt, and So Lucky. Along with Taco. Now making their way across the field. And I think you may be right about the EG smoke. If that's the case, they are using it for cover now on the flip side.
Yeah, I wonder if this is TL smoke to get this squad pushed up.
Oh, that may be the case, actually.
Taco just ran right across that field. Oh, and he's dead.
Yeah,
Nice
it
job,
almost
Taco.
worked. It was very close. That was a rocket from EG, almost taking out Sarge. But you're right. TL now making their way across the smoke. Let's watch this engagement. Taffy Mocha goes down. That's more smoke. That's Sarge with the kill. So lucky. About to run to Da Vinci. That's a kill.
Good job, So Lucky. Cleared that area out. They're going to get a nice flank here and start wiping these spawns, which is going to be really rough for EG.
Yep, that's a nade from Dingleberry Burt. Looking like that may be a frag. We'll see if that turns into a kill. Nothing doing yet. But with this smoke, now this is some real CQC. So lucky with another kill. Great work from that squad. And you're right. Great coordination with the Artie. So both teams using Artie to their advantage. It looks like Calm, some squad leads. Pretty tight, pretty effective. So while TL is making progress, they are still about 400 to 500 meters away from Bizri Foy Road. There are a few squads off to the west, but I am seeing there is a garrison that is locked out that Mr. Insane Bunny is heading towards. So let's go take a look and see what's happening. Looks like this may have been cleared out by now, but there is some scattered infantry in the backline for TL. This is going to be Ghoster, Inferno, Rakus, and Lazy. Looks like that's going to be Lazy getting taken out.
Yeah, I think EG is just getting a little too far out of the active sector. Once those TL guys push that south area where we just were, they're going to completely box them out from even being in the active sector, and that's going to allow TL to put more defenders on offense and really put some pressure on this fourth point.
Right, you have to wonder, the point of this long flank. We have seen that in these games. Let's follow Ghoster really quickly. That's Ghoster getting taken out. That's really unfortunate. But we have seen that where, the long flanks do pay off sometimes. But in a map like this, where you have to question, are they just maybe too far out of position to do anything, particularly if these squads are getting wiped? Let's take a look at this EG squad now. That's A-Team getting taken out. Along with the second, DHP, Boy Next Door, and Sony still left alive. And looks like that's the tank cutting them down. We see that off to the north. And this squad really is just getting attacked from multiple sides at this time.
Yeah, TL's almost completed the box out. They've just got that one squad left on that south side.
Yeah,
well, maybe more than one squad, it looks like. And
yeah, still a little bit of presence that we're seeing.
EG's kind of taking this area back.
Yeah, actually, they did a pretty good job of repelling that push. But TL still sending troops forward. Let's take a look at our map one more time. Looks like TL does have a pretty solid line from east to west. So we are seeing what we saw in last week's game where, this first point is taken. These teams do need time to get something set up and get a push going. And we'll see if we'll see if we do see some of these big coordinated pushes that we saw toward the end of last week's game. Maybe we see those a bit earlier this week. But I'm sorry, go ahead, Magic.
Yeah, I think it's going to be kind of similar to last week's game where this is just going to be a fairly long grind and it's going to take a while for them to get set up and going.
Yep, I do agree. Looks like an AT gun was in the process of being built. Not finished. Not as of yet, anyway. But I want to find EG's team because there are a few squads over on this side of the map. But again, we're just seeing a lot of scattered players around. And I'm wondering, what they decide to do as far as like garrisons or, maybe even airheads. Because as of right now, I'm not seeing any huge presence anywhere really from EG.
No, they have a big chunk of their team kind of in and around Bizri Foy, which is good. But also, TL just doesn't have much of a push there. And so I'm not sure how effective they're being. They're taking this area north of the point, which is going to be good for stopping TL from attacking, but it's a long run from that area over to the barn.
Yeah, this is true. This is very true. So I want to look for some of these armor engagements, as I do see this Panzer IV is engaging. Let's see what they are fighting. And yeah, this is some real long-distance tanking here. Is this still the 75? No, this is the 76. And this tank squad looks like it's going to be Zune, Alexei, and Mr. Samurai. They're actually doing a pretty good job, at least from a distance. Now, Magic, you definitely have more tanking experience than me. For those who are, not as well versed in the tanking meta, why would the angle of the tanks be this way, where they're not facing, front to front, but rather side to side?
So right now, there's a lot of tankers doing this because when you present your side, if you miss the hole, you're going to hit tracks, and so that's not going to do a lot of damage to your tank. And so it's just kind of a meta thing right now. Where you're reducing your risk, but in this circumstance, I'm not sure it's necessary. They're fighting a Panzer IV, and that allows the Panzer IV to kill them if they make a mistake. And so if you present that front armor, you're not in any danger from the Panzer IV.
I see. And it looks like they are close. They're not hitting their shots just yet, but maybe making the smart play and backing off at this time. So let's follow some of these EG troops as they try to make their way into the dugout barn. Akem looks like an AT player. Creeping his way over to Monk and Hobbs. Does not end well for him as he gets cut down by MG fire. But this little section, I wouldn't call it a crossroads. These buildings here, looking like it's a good setup for TL. That's Monk on an AT gun. Are they hunting tanks, though? Let's see if we can find some more armor from EG. Not seeing anything as of yet. Or are we? No, that is just a truck. So, while these teams do get set up, we'll follow old Leroy as he makes his way across the field. Looks like he's about to run to Sitch.
Yeah, it looks like Leroy's playing the flank here, trying to get some kind of spawn going for an attack.
That's definitely Leroy marking a tank for the time being. There's his binos. And actually, the EG commander gets taken out, so Leroy is saved for the time being. Or now. Will he get this kill on Hex? Yes, he does. And that is what happens when you miss your shots, unfortunately.
Oh, and here's that other tank, it looks like.
Yep. Going for the long flank. We'll see what they do with this. Looks like they did make their way past the AT gun. Inferno, definitely aware of the situation. You would think that this is being called out over comms.
I can't tell if that's a medium or not because the Discord stream's a little blurry, but if that's a medium...
This is a medium, yeah, that is a 75. Let's take a look at the tank crew. That's going to be Wolf Cafe, and I can't see the last player there. But yeah, that is a medium tank.
I think that's a different crew than the original medium that we saw at the beginning of the game. I'm not sure why they're spawning mediums. It's going to save them some fuel, but I'd be getting 76s up at this point, especially versus TL.
Yeah, that is true, and I wonder, like I said, I just wonder where they're going. Maybe they're looking for armor. Maybe they take it all the way back to the Arty. I don't quite know, but either way, we're seeing TL move past this point now. Silves loses his life for it, but Hobbs crawling his way forward. There's a rocket coming out. Oh, and I don't know who's on that gun, but they're no longer on that gun. That is for sure. There's the AT gun getting taken out. That's Zagabin with the kill. And I will point out, I haven't heard much Arty in the last couple of minutes. So let's actually take a quick look back at the artillery. And have they actually been wiped? Let's take a quick look back and see.
Yeah, it looks like T only has one Arty gun up right now. That's not very good. Axis Arty is fairly easy to defend. It's one of the easier ones to defend. They kind of have a wide open field that they have to cross to attack you.
Right.
But maybe EG has some kind of snipe going on.
That may be the case. I didn't spot any players from EG at the moment, but let's take a look on the flip side. And here we're seeing a little bit more of a firefight for these Arty guns. That's Bamboozler, Recon, 2 kills there. We get the third. Let's pull in a little closer.
EG has dedicated a few guys to defending their artillery, so they're probably really focused on keeping those guns up because they know they need them if they're ever going to take middle back.
Yeah, that is true. And it looks like so far... do they actually have people on the guns? No, actually, there is no one on the guns. It looks like the defenders are up, but still no one on the guns. So already pretty much shut down for the moment for both teams. So we're at almost 30 minutes in now. TL still holding that advantage with the initial cap. We're going to see Cafe de Mocha and Zagaben run into each other. That's the OP going down. And Cafe de Mocha getting the kill. But that spawn is gone. Let's pull out one more time for an aerial view. Take a look at Dugout Barn. Teal's armor still up and running, as well as an AT gun still in operation, although no one manning it at the moment. That's MG fire from Dreyskiff, Dingleberry Burt on a second AT gun. And now we're seeing some more already. Perhaps from EG?
I think there's a tank right over there. Let's see if Dingleberry can get him.
Yeah, it looks like two tanks over here on this side of the map. That's Zune Alexi, excuse me. And Mr. Samurai in the second crew. Looks like they're in the 76. That is a hit from Burt.
He gets one more off their toast here.
Want to follow and see if he hits it. There it is. Dingleberry Burt. AT versus tank. AT wins.
And that's rough, I feel, for those EG tankers there. The AT guns are just savage in this meta. They reload way faster than you can reload. They're hard to see until they've already shot. That's a pretty big waste of 600 fuel there for EG.
Yeah, that does have to hurt. Looking like there's a Cosmo, Big Bang, and Shadow in the other 76. And definitely smart to reposition there with that AT gun in play still.
Yeah, on this map, you just really cannot push up without knowing absolutely that the AT guns are not set up. You have to wait for your infantry to get up there and spot them, or you're going to get punished like they did.
Yeah, and it looks like the TL capitalizing on the opportunity. So lucky Chicken Waffles and the man himself, Dingleberry Burt, using the cover of smoke. Now, they may be in range of the second 76. Perhaps the smoke leaving them in visual cover for the time being. But we'll see if they use this as an opportunity to get some more spawns down. More already coming back down now. TL using their armor now, pushing it a little forward. There's the Tiger that we're seeing. Let's get closer to the infantry now and follow the squad as they push forward. There's Chicken and Waffles going down. The OP is down. That's Taco-tastic's OP. And the Tiger looks like they're firing at... I think that's the destroyed tank already. Unsure if they know where that 76 is off by that building.
I'm guessing they got the call out that the Tiger was down, or the 76 was down, sorry. And so they're probably playing pretty aggressive, not knowing that other 76 is hiding behind the wood there.
Yeah, that may be the case. Unfortunate for that infantry in this little bunker area. Carton making the wise choice and repositioning. So now I'm wondering, will the 76 make a move? Looks like they are actually repairing. So they were hit by something. That's two people jumping out. Oh, that's... are they going down? That... No. They are just jumping back in the tank. Okay. Thought something.
Yeah, they must have got spotted by that Tiger then and then reversed back up as soon as they got hit. That is another advantage of playing kind of sideways, like we mentioned earlier, is you can just go forward and reverse behind objects really quickly and kite the other tank because, 2 shots and you're dead anywhere in the tank. That's really bad luck. If you get hit first, you're not going to win unless someone makes a big mistake, and so you just back up, repair, drag in.
Right. Now let's take a look way over to the west. We have a couple of tank engagements here. Is that the Puma? It looks like the Puma getting taken down. The Lukes. Who are they fighting here? Let's make sure we catch this. That's Zune, Alexi, and Mr. Samurai back in the tank. Looks like they're bringing out the Stewart. So Luke's versus Stewart. See who comes out on top here.
So neither of these tanks can kill each other from the front, so we're probably going to see some really comical, circling around and maybe even bumping into each other here.
Can we cue the Tokyo Drift theme? Or the Benny Hill theme, I think works perfectly here as well.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the Luke's turning its back? Okay, now they're turning around. Okay. And there's one hit. Let's see who's in this Luke's here. Looks like that's Pepper and Satchel Sloth.
Not TL's main tankers. I'm assuming they're just jumping in this thing for some see what they can do.
Yeah, apparently not too much, because Zune, Alexi, and Mr. Samurai coming out on top. That was I don't know why they were all there, but okay. Well, thank you for that.
Maybe just garrison hunting or something like that. But Satchel Sloth is a pretty solid infantry player. You should just go spawn back on a garrison, Satchel.
All right, so let's take a look back. Looks like TL has been able to actually get their players closer to this forest. So we slow down our camera. Smoke, giving these three guys the cover they need. Those are nades coming out. Oh, and actually from behind. Nope, those are shots from the front. Okay. This is just brutal. DHP getting a kill on Chicken and Waffles. And this squad, I think, is really, really experiencing the meat grinder. Perhaps more so than anyone else at this time, on both sides. These opposing squads. But let's go and take a look at what EG's doing. Back over to the west. Over at Bizary Foy. Not too much going on. Looks like a couple of MGs. Squad leads definitely making sure they're set up as well.
I think EG still got a pretty solid line for defending. This is going to be 3-2 for a long time until one team can kind of break through and get some map control.
Right. But in the meantime, we are seeing these engagements. This is Kaplan and Boy Next Door. AT gun still operational, although no one operating it at the moment. See if perhaps they spot Hobbs and Knots. Looks like they are indeed crawling down that road. Kaplan looks like he did spot Contempt, but no kills just yet. Let's go back to Ghoster. Looks like he's rocking the MG for now. About to run into Sitch. That's an OP going down. Ghoster gets taken out. That's the EG commander getting the kill. And looks like those supplies will be gone.
And it looks like that Stewart's just pushing north, trying to scat out some spawns or something as well.
Yeah, we'll see if Leroy and Raekwon will spot this and call it out. And EG looking like they are kind of building up their presence on this side of the map.
Man, this is just really far out of the active sector. I mean,
yeah,
it's
if we
only,
look, that's 678
guys,
meters. I mean,
man, this is area you usually fight over if the point is West Bend, not Dugout Barn.
Right, there's Ghoster with a kill. Bender should spot him here. Looks like he does. And Ghoster does get taken out. Curse and Lazy still in the building. Let's follow Bender. Leroy may spot him here. That's Leroy going down. Bender getting 2 kills before Curse takes him out. Now the Stewart is going back to the point. Star Crusader now with the kill on Curse. Lazy and Raekwon still in the building. And it looks like this has been cleared out. So the Stewart now making its way back over to Dugout Barn, zooming across the field. Will Gil be able to get a rocket shot? Yeah, there's one rocket. Let's pull in a little closer. Stewart now turning the front. R.I.P. Gil. Did do some damage there. That AT gun still in operation. Not sure if the Stewart crew has spotted that.
That's tragic. That's some free points right there.
Yeah. Yep, that is true. Let's take a look over at Dugout now. EG is actually getting some troops over to Dugout Barn. It's going to be Zagaben still alive. In the smoke, that's Daniel So Lucky, Cafe de Mocha. surrounding him. Looks like a 1-for-1 trade. Artie also shelling the point.
Oh yeah, it looks like they have an OP up at that compound too. Just a couple guys spawning in on it, but it's way more ground than they had, 10, 15 minutes ago.
That is true. Taco-tastic out in the open fields. Does get the kill on the AT
pro
player.
Move by Taco there. Great play. I say this because Taco dies anytime a streamer watches him, and he lived up to that right there.
RP Taco. Can we get some Fs and Taco in the chat? That's really tragic. Don't worry, Taco. We caught the kill, though. We caught the kill. All right, so EG still making this push now. Zagaman getting taken out once again. Kavitamoka pushing out, trying to get the OP. There's already shells coming down. That OP is inside the building. Armor's the last one standing. Artie has not taken that out yet. Did take out Da Vinci. I'm sorry. Whatever player was in there. 3 players still in there. Scratch that. Make that 2 players. Kavitamoka is aware that they're there. Both of their backs are turned. Will he take advantage? Perhaps a nade coming out. That is a frag.
Ooh, great nade by Chad Demoka right there. Took out the OP and got the 2 guys.
Will he get the 3rd? That no need. The already took care of that. Great work from TL there. Let's get a bird's eye view one more time. This forge still occupied by EG. But quite a few players getting taken out on this side of the map. That's Sitch once again getting taken out. It looks like this squad gonna meet a lot of resistance if they do try to push out from this these crossroads here. But now we are seeing quite a push from TL on this side of the map. Perhaps if we take a look at our map, not abandoning, but definitely moving their troops over a little bit over to the west. Perhaps just trying something new.
Yeah, I think they really need to take this road if they want to start getting something set up on Misery.
Yeah, that is tragic for Civs and the crew on the AT gun. Who was that took them out? That's Wolf, Cafe, and once again a player I can't see the name. That's 76 coming out on top over the AT gun.
I think that Tiger may have taken a shot at them, but I'm not sure if they can hit him or not.
And we'll follow this tank, see what comes of it. So we're almost at the halfway point. At this point, still a 3-2 TL. Taking the middle point about 10-15 minutes in, and nothing really much from EG since then. Although this armor, these 2 pieces of armor, may cause some trouble for the infantry currently holding this road. But Rakus with another rocket hitting the side of the tank. And there it is. That looks like that may have been the Tiger that took that out. Let's go ahead and confirm that. Or is that the Panzer? No, that is the Tiger. That's going to be a kill from Mutiny Grecker and Kalito. So once again, TL. We're seeing the same squad. Cafe Demoka, So Lucky, and Taco. Making a bit more forward progress. Cafe Demoka gets taken out. So Lucky still alive. And that is So Lucky being not so lucky anymore.
Yeah, this is
now we're seeing a bombing run come in. Looks like no kills, though. Maybe they catch Disease Unknown, but no, not even then. Artie does get the kill on Monk Muck and one more, though. But, nothing doing, I think, from that particular bombing run. Is that an airhead we're seeing, though?
Well.
This should be interesting, and it looks like they may be dropping Artie Smoke as well, perhaps to leave some cover. That's definitely not a TL airhead. That is EG.
If you look at your map again, I don't see a garrison on the point. Maybe that... Oh, no. It's on the east side. I'm just blind.
Yeah, just the one garrison.
We'll see if that Tiger can go over there and take care of this airhead, though. It looks like he's pushing through the smoke towards it now.
Yep, and actually, what are we seeing here? Now we're seeing EG coming in from behind, the sneaky play.
I don't even know where those guys came from. How'd they get there?
Maybe that was the long flank that we were seeing back in the other sector. But this airhead looks like it may still be protected, so is this the push EG needed? Armor backing up now. There's the airhead spawn. Not too many players, though, but still a sizable push from EG. Not enough to make cap progress just yet. But now we need to see.
He's about to be very surprised when he runs across these 8 guys.
Yeah, let's get a little closer. He is ready for one, though. That's 18 getting taken out. He gets traded right away, though. Brutish looking like he is moving back. Let's get a bird's eye view. Civs and Tacotastic are aware now. And EG still not... now we're seeing the cap progress come from EG. Now we're seeing the spawns come in. And TL needs to react immediately.
Very dangerous for TL. They only have like 2 guys at the point. The Tiger's driving away from the mob of infantry. They're going to need to get this figured out really quickly because EG's getting in the barn. They're going to get set up.
Yeah,
and we have the second Tiger here at least. Hopefully he can do something about this.
Yeah, it looks like a sneaky satchel play was attempted. Didn't work out for them. Let's take a look back one more time. Taco and Civs coming back to deal with the airhead.
Good play by Taco and Civs there, just mowing those guys down.
Absolutely. The Tiger coming back in to clean up as well. That airhead should be gone momentarily. There is an OP still for a moment. Not anymore. And TL, great reaction.
Yeah, very sketchy moment for them. You never know it when that's going on, if it can go bad really quickly. And they reacted well. They got the tanks together and wiped them out.
Yeah, no, great play. This is one thing we complimented EG on last week as well, was their response time to things happening in-game. TL, in my opinion, is just as good. What we've seen from TL and from other clans that some of these players have played with, particularly TC, is that these defensive squads do a really good job of staying in communication, making sure that their OPs are used as almost motion sensors, you know, so they know when to call people back. So just great work from the boys in TL.
Yeah, that looks like a lot of guys fell back, though. I'm guessing EG kind of gained some ground in some other areas. They definitely have this road to the west now.
Yeah, definitely a stronger presence over on this road. Rakus and Gillen still alive, though. We'll see if Sitch can manage to stay alive for the time being. That would be a no. That is definitely a no. So TL making their way, branching back out from the midpoint as we saw in the beginning of the match. That's a tank shell. Let's see where that came from. And see who's running this crew. This looks like this crew is going to be Cosmo, Big Bang, and Shadow once again from EG. Looks like they're bringing out the 76 once again. And we are now at the halfway point.
And it looks like they're going to try and use this house to kite again. Just park behind it, take some pot shots at the Tiger, and reverse and go forward as needed to block themselves from being shot back.
Yeah, the good thing for TL's infantry is they do have plenty of cover, as long as they don't stick their heads out too much. So if you are just joining us, we want to check in really quickly. Thank you so much for being here. This is week 5 out of 5 for the main stage of the Hell Let Loose Spring Seasonal 2022. We're watching TL take on EG to clinch the last spot, or one of the last spots, in the playoffs, which will start in the next, is that in the next week, I believe? I don't believe we're taking a break, so it should be next week. And the loser today does go home and is eliminated from the seasonal. So a lot on the line for both teams. We did see a great attempt from EG to make a push, but an even better response from TL. That street's getting taken out.
I've been in situations like this before, and I think the more time that passes, the more pressure is kind of on TL. You know, you don't want to make any mistakes. You're trying to hold middle, and you know, both teams are just in a miserable grind, and you never know when one can slip up and take the point back.
Yeah, and that is all it takes, is just the one slip up. Monk with a nade. This could turn into a couple of kills here. We'll see what that does. Monk gets taken out, though. Nothing doing with that nade. So both teams just holding down their cover, holding down their positions. If we look at our map one more time, looks like as far as Artie, looks like 2 out of 3 guns are currently in play for TL. It looks like they are trying to maybe pinpoint where EG has their players here. 76 still in the same position, though. now looking toward the infantry to the west, or to the north, excuse me. Have they spotted the Tiger or the Panzer over there? Let's go take a look over at Dugout. Looks like at least one tank still in play. It's going to be the Tiger. That's going to be Mr. Do, Bossman and Atrocity. We did have people in chat asking, where is Mr. Do? Well, here he is, over here at Dugout Barn.
Yeah, and I think they're just going to play that Tiger back in the point, help defend, and hope this other Tiger starts pushing up over on this west side.
Yeah, what we're seeing right now, Coltrane, Contempt, still holding down this road. And over in the town of Foy, still actually plenty of action going on over here. In fact, are we seeing a Puma? Yeah, it looks like the Puma. Trying to clear out some of this infantry here. This crew.
I understand EG is trying to get around here to try and wipe out these spawns that TL has that are going to enable them to push Misery Foy. But this is like 2 squads just 600 meters away from the point. I'm not sure how helpful that is in a game where you need to have cap weight to take the point. They're just way out of the relevant sector. And, you know, maybe I'm mistaken on this, but it just seems like this is hurting their team more than helping them.
Yeah, I mean, we did see the attempt. There's the Puma finally going down. We did see the attempt where, you know, perhaps getting some players in the back helped them to kind of sneak up behind TL. But with the way the defense is set up, with armor, infantry, and OPs, I just don't see that working a second time. Well, it didn't work the first time. I certainly don't see it working a second time. There's Leroy getting taken out. RIP Leroy. So still plenty of troops way back in the town of Foy. Meaning, as we head out toward Dugout Barn and the forest between Dugout and Bizery, TL with still the man advantage. At least on this side of the map. So, the 76 still holding that corner, still holding those crossroads. As far as TL, as we look for our armor, still that Tiger on the points.
Yeah, there's another Tiger, though. He's going to be able to see that 76 if he pushes up just a little bit more.
Yep, momentarily. .76 still in position. And actually an AT gun as well. That's Contempt and Gil. Don't know if they'd get an angle from here. It looks like they're certainly looking for it. But, well, perhaps they do, actually. Let's take a look and see if those shots are connecting. 76 in smoke now, though, so perhaps not. Alright, so as we head back toward Dugout Barn, it looks like most of the players have branched out from the point. We do have Street, So Lucky, Dingleberry Burt, and Stevens still there. It looks like, as of right now, no real progress from either team. We're right back to the grind that we saw about 15, 20 minutes ago. So after the match, or after the matches today, we will know who is playing who. Right now, the teams that are currently undefeated in the seasonal, we have Core and WTH, which is where Magic is from. And I'm really curious to see how this plays out. A lot of these teams that have not yet played Core or WTH in the seasonal, really for quite some time have just been the strongest teams in the game.
And I just opened up the other streams real quick, just to maybe give people an update if they're not watching those ones.
Sure.
And it looks like both teams are contesting middle right now. I think, yeah, neither 82nd nor 116th has taken middle, and STDB and Phoenix are about 50% cap on middle right now with, I believe, Phoenix holding. So just to give you an update on the other matches going on right.
No, great. Thank you. That is very much appreciated for those of us who can't watch, all 3 games at once. And we will check in at the end of the match to check out some of the other streams to see how those games do end up playing out. Maybe we have some quick games. Maybe we have some steamrolls. I'll tell you what is not a steamroll is TL versus EG on Foy. So Monk, Hobbs, and Commando still prone in the road. And EG is actually getting a lot of their troops over. EG is really focusing a lot of their troops on the west side of the map and trying to make their way from north to south.
Yeah, I think TL's going to want to keep trying to put pressure on this 4th point, but when you're at 37 minutes left and you've had a match like this, you're probably just thinking, God, I hope we can hold out for another half hour.
Right. Yeah, no, absolutely. So Wolf is making his way over. Right around to this TL squad lead. Sony also very close. Those are shells from a tank. Looks like that's the Tiger over at Dugout Barn. And as Wolf jumps over the fence, will he spot? Nope, not in time. Wolf gets taken out. And we'll see if the tank can shell this AT gun. That's Anderton. Will he take out the Tiger? The shots are close. Still alive. Although I haven't seen any shots come out. I'm not sure if he's aware where the Tiger is. Oh, there it is. But no kills yet from either one. Let's follow Inferno. He's engaging Zune and Mr. Samurai, who were formerly in a tank, now back out on infantry.
Yeah, they really need to get some infantry up to this next tree line. That's where all the EG spawns are going to be. And unless they can push across this opening here and take that out, they're just never going to put pressure on Vizri.
Yeah, and this Tiger's still alive for the time being. They did have some of the crew jump out to repair. That is one vehicle going down. Wonder if that actually may have been the AT gun, but Zune looks like the AT player for EG.
I think this is what TL has needed, is a tank to help the attackers out and try and clear some of these infantry out so they can walk up.
Oh, and there's the shell. Looks like that's actually the 76 from before.
Yep.
Let's see who comes out on top here. They are being engaged by 2 tanks, though. That's 1 kill for the 76, though.
Yeah, and you can see how being sideways there can help you get you backed up, and they just didn't back up far enough and let themselves get killed there.
Yeah, unfortunate for them. That's going to be Cosmo with Big Bang and Shadow with a nice armor kill there. So let's check in back at Dugout Barn. Looks like EG actually has made their way and gotten some progress. It's quite a few troops, though, but plenty of TL players there to respond, and they are responding indeed. That's 4 quick kills for TL.
Yeah, I don't know if Daniel got all those kills there, but if he did, Pog. Nice job, Daniel.
Pog Daniel. There you go.
Yeah, and I think the way this match is rolling out, EG still has a really good shot at winning. They just got to keep trying to suffocate TL and, surrounding them and getting more and more map control.
Right, yeah, and we have seen them. It's back and forth, essentially, for this section of the map that we're looking at. And right now, it is back in the hands of EG. Oh, Brutal already taking out Voodoo. OP's still alive, though. He should get that spawn back. That's actually an AT gun. I wonder if it was maybe the AT gun that got that kill, but either way, TL is dug in at the Dugout Barn. Artie Smoke still allowing players to get closer to the point. And let's sit in and spectate Cafe de Mocha for a moment, as he is about to get pushed by Zagaben. He does maybe spot him. That is a weird animation for his gun, but he got the kill. That's actually Zagaben playing as a medic. We are seeing medic gameplay confirmed. You love to see it.
Wow, I'm sure Heir Apparent is just gleeful right now.
That's Brutus getting taken out. That's Benaldo? I apologize for mispronouncing names. But still alive for the time being. We're almost at the 30-minute mark. Mr. Dude, Bossman, and Atrocity, still that same tank crew. in the 70, excuse me, in the Tiger.
Yeah, and this Tiger's sitting behind the barn because they don't want to get killed by AT guns that are built in these woods up here. Definitely a smart play, but it's also putting a lot of pressure on the infantry to win these fights without the tank support. I don't think the tank can really shell this huge group of infantry down here, which would really help TL out.
Right, or even some arty, which we're not really seeing too much of right now. Let's check in with the arty guns one more time. All 3 guns are operational. A-team about to reach the tree line. We'll actually follow this player. Can we get into... Oh, nope. We will not be able to follow this player, but we can follow Foxley, perhaps.
Yeah, I think this already starting to come down now.
Yeah, let's pull back just a bit. Make sure we catch some of that. Yeah, that already has come down indeed. But a few players have gotten through. We'll get back to... we will not get back to Foxley. Tell you what, let's just stick with the bird's eye view and see how many kills this already can get. An OP looks like has gone down for EG.
Yeah, TL's already is just a little bit off. They think they're spawning at that compound a little further down the road, when in fact they've made it all the way up to the trees here.
Yep, and it looks like infantry are getting some kills. EG already did take out a few TL players. Their streets getting popped by the RD as well. Speaking of pop, we do have pop from TL. Prone on the snowbank. See if he spots anybody here. No one as of yet. So EG getting a little bit more progress as they move toward the point. Another spawn. This OP spawn is allowing that steady flow of infantry to keep going despite them getting taken out. Let's get back down streets with a kill on A-team. Artie immediately gets the trade back though. EG's already definitely on point. They have pinpointed where they're spawning.
Yeah, TL really needs to make sure they get a hold of this before it gets out of control too quickly.
Yeah, there's Commando. Getting plenty of NG kills, though. Bees or Feos runs past. Perhaps going for the OP instead. He should get it. He spots Hobbs. There's the OP getting taken down. Streets gets the kill, though. And let's pan out one more time for a wide shot. So no progress, no cap progress anyway for EG, but some pretty good fights in an attempt for them to do so. Let's do a quick pan over to the west side of the map. TL with control, west of the point. And actually pushing forward a bit, this is Inferno and Rakis.
Yeah, it looks like Inferno finally got up to this tree line. That's good. I'm sure he wiped out whatever spawns they had here, unless they're a little further back.
Yeah, he
It's
does
gonna
get a
help them
kill.
put some pressure.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, just help them get some pressure on the next one.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that
this,
76 just took a shot.
yeah, still under pressure. Looks like from multiple angles as well. Lazy in
Oh,
front of the
that
tank.
was the AT gun.
Yeah, oh, and that's actually a bombing run. Let's go and catch that. That actually may have been a huge bombing run. That cleared out a lot of players from the point.
Yeah, I don't think they know where this TL garrison is, though, back in that corner where So Lucky is. Haven't put a bombing run on it yet.
No.
And these guys just keep respawning and coming back, so...
Yeah, and one comment that you did make earlier seems to be running true, is that, you know, while the bombing run will clear out a ton of players, as it did just now, if there's no players there to swoop right in, I mean, TL just got their spawns back right away. EG looks like more and more players on this side of the map compared to earlier when there was a lot of fighting in the town of Foy. So now I believe we should see some sort of push, or coordinated push from EG, because they are all coming out of the forest now. AT
Yeah, I
gun
think this
still up and
is-
running.
I think this is a good position for EG. I mean, obviously they're losing, so it's not great, but they're getting more and more control, and maybe they can get another sneaky spawn in, like they did earlier in the game.
Yeah, that may be the case. I will be looking out for, well, we will be looking out for some airheads. See if they maybe attempt that again.
I did see one player in the back line there, but I wasn't sure if it was a recon or not.
Let's take a look, actually. That may be... Yeah, I believe that is Star Crusader. Still in the back. But looks like players are aware. The second Tiger is in the back. That's Mr. Dude, Bossman, and Atrocity. So they actually have pulled back from that corner. And looks like they've swapped places with Mutiny Grecker and Kalito. So Commando still holding the same position with the MG. Daniel from TL. Looking for players as well. Zagaben, EG's medic. Making his way across. There's another nade coming out now.
And still just a grind on the south side.
Yeah. Still seeing that that steady flow of troops from EG. But they absolutely have pushed out from this forest that they were holed up in earlier.
Yeah, I think TL needs to get some kind of tank on the railroad tracks, even if it's just a Panzer IV or something, to stop these guys from just running across the open here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They are pretty easily getting across, at least up to the tree line. They are running into more issues once they do get to that tree line, but you are correct. They are able to get closer pretty easily. While Carton gets taken out by Drayskiff. Boxley and Akim, along with 18. Throwing nades, trying to get through, make their way back. And now we are seeing some more cap progress from EG. They are starting to take dugout. Very briefly, TL getting some more players spawned in. Able to stop it, EG. Now we're seeing the back and forth. The point being contested. TL's infantry coming out on top, though. Let's follow Mutiny Grecker and Kalito. Looks like they are being engaged now. Let's see by who. Who? English is a tough language. It is that 76 that we're seeing. Yeah, Cosmo, Big Bang, and Shadow.
And I think they just went down to that 76. That's going to be huge for EG.
Yeah, let's come back and confirm that kill. Tank crew is out.
There's a lot of guys just walking straight in from the south.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That tank was still operational, excuse me. And that is one less tank for TL.
Yeah, you can see EG
capitalizing
a little bit of cap progress there, sorry.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Stewart coming in. They are capitalizing on the opportunity. We'll follow the Stewart.
Oh yeah, the Stewart's just gonna yeet in and hope he can get this garrison in the barn.
Yeah, that's Cafe de Mocha, Disease, Chicken and Waffles. Oh, will they get it? Streets trying to get the satchel down. He should get this down. There it is.
Yep.
And
Good
is the garrison down? Garrison's still alive, though. So it may be unsuccessful unless they try to yeet the satchel tank into the barn.
Oh, that would be it.
Oh,
cool
no.
Play. It doesn't look like they're going to do it, though.
Nope, this tank should go down momentarily. Is that garrison still up? We'll keep following. Here comes the tank in the barn now. Couple seconds left. And no kills. Garrison's still alive. The Hail Mary play from the Stewart, unfortunately not paying off. But now we're seeing the swarm of infantry from EG.
Yeah, if I was TL, I'd maybe be calling a couple of squads back right now just to try and take control of the south side.
Yeah, let's take a look. It looks like quite a few players now on Dugout Barn, but as we take a look at our map, looks like for the most part, the majority of their team back in this area of the map.
Yeah, and they have 2 Tigers there and an AT gun, so they are pretty secure.
Absolutely, and looks like a couple of squad leads. That's Leroy, Inferno, and Emanation. Still making their way over to Bizri. We have seen Leroy be pretty versatile this game as well, hanging back in the town of Foy, clearing out infantry, and now pushing forward toward Bizri Foy.
Yeah, and Leroy's one of the most versatile players in the game, you know. A jack of all trades, if you will. Doesn't do anything good, but can do it all.
Absolutely.
Leroy.
All right, so EG perhaps throwing down smoke once again to get their infantry back up to the line. But TL just coming out on top. as far as their infantry. Zagabin, once again, one of the more aggressive players we've seen from EG. Still taking cover in the smoke, and then gets taken out by Civs. EG moving out their armor now. Looks like this was the 76 from earlier that took out the Tiger. We'll see what they do with that.
He's pushing right up into a Tiger, I think.
Yeah, I believe so. So we'll follow this tank engagement for now. MG fire cutting down infantry. This is the same crew from before, Cosmo, Big Bang, and Shadow. Good hit from the Tiger.
Yep, and that Tiger gets the first shot. He's probably going to win this engagement unless they can hide behind this hay bale here.
Let's follow the Tiger. Let's see who's in the crew for this tank. This is going to be Mr. Do, Bossman, and Atrocity. Crew we were looking at before, and it looks like there it is. There's the kill. Great call, Magic. Tiger does indeed come out on top in that engagement.
Yeah, and that's going to be a real big setback for EG, who kind of gained a lot of ground on the west here, and are probably just going to get pushed back now.
Yeah, and we are seeing that infantry pushing out from dugout. Civs really catch Boy Next Door. He should, but not before Kaplan catches him. Kaplan saving his teammate's life.
I think this was a really good a callback by TL. We saw they were losing all that ground earlier, and now we have Brudush's squad pushing south. There's another squad over on the rail tracks pushing, and they're trying to clear out this west side too. Sometimes you just gotta go back to your defensive point and push out of the point to clear out those areas.
Right, yep. Back to basics. Start from the point, move back out. Chicken Waffles and Sarge back on the railroad tracks. And we're seeing EG push back to the forest that they were holed up in for the majority of the first half of this match. So with 20 minutes left, it really is going to take perhaps another Hail Mary. That's great already from EG. EG's already has definitely been more on point, in my opinion, than TL's for the most part. I think as far as call-outs and pinpointing exactly where people are, we have seen TL miss the mark just a bit at certain points, but overall, EG looking good, at least on the Arty side.
Yeah, and that might be because TL's missing one of their main Arty guys, Mage. He's in chat right now because he's at work. That's for Mage.
That's tragic. Imagine going to work. All right, so Tiger Crew, Mutiny, Grecker, and Kalito making their way back over to this road that's been contested most of the game. And the second piece of armor, this is going to be Mr. Do again, Bossman and Atrocity. So two Tigers pushing out toward the west side of the map. And are we seeing perhaps a push for Bizri Foy? It's hard to say, but there are quite a few players from TL on this side of the map, so curious to know if they choose to play aggressively.
I do think those infantry need to move up there a little faster, but this is a good time to do it because EG is kind of starting to prepare to go all in to try and take this point.
Yep. With both teams, whatever they're going to do, they have to do it soon.
Yeah, you can see there's like only 3 guys or so on Bizri right now. They're not dedicating the same amount of guys they were to defending earlier in the game.
Right. So we'll have to keep an eye out on these tanks then. They certainly are making their way over. And EG will have to make the decision to either call people back or go all in right away. Because even back on Dugout Barn, it is definitely much lighter as far as bodies on the point than it was just a few minutes ago. Infantry being pinged now. Is this the same 76 that we're seeing from before? No, that's a Wolfen Cafe. Now let's take a look over at Bizri. As we said, not a whole lot of bodies on the point. However, this forest over to the north of it, occupied by at least one squad.
There is one guy pushing up on the west there who just got 2 kills.
It looks like that's Lazy, yeah.
If he can get this last guy in the house, he could probably walk right in and at least maybe get some progress or something to make him fall back for a second.
Yeah, here's a spawn back from EG, though. Lazy gets one, gets taken out. Tank gets the trade for him. Is that OP still there, though? No, that is definitely gone. So we're in the last 20 minutes of the match now. Both teams looking like they may be trying to set up for one final push. If you're TL Magic, are you going for the 4-1, or are you playing it safe and just playing for the win and securing the spot?
I think you got to kind of do both. If you don't put pressure on the 4th point, it's going to allow them to just encircle you and go for a last-second cap. And so I think they definitely got to keep, 2 squads pushing that 4th point while everyone else just kind of holds and keeps them from gaining any ground.
Yeah, so maintain the pressure. Make sure that they at least keep a few EG players back. I see what you mean. So Stevens planting himself on the roof with an MG. May catch a team out in the open. See if he does actually spot him. Looks like he may have. Looks like he tries to reposition his gun and does get the kill. Yep. Good eye. Good eye, Stevens.
Yeah, that's a really good spot when there's no artillery on the point. When there's arty, it just drills that roof and you can't do anything. So.
Yeah. So EG looking like we're not seeing as many players now on this side of the map. So, and the reason why is because TL is now making cap progress on Bizri Foy. That Streets Taco, Hobbs, Brutish, and Pop.
Oh yeah, they finally got that South Garrison up, I think. They must have had an airhead or got
Let's
a
take
sneaky.
a look. Yeah, that is actually sneaky. So sneaky that even we missed it. So
yeah.
TL taking advantage of the airhead, EG calling their players back. But these players in the forest are going to get pinched from both sides.
Yeah, and with Civs and Streets here, they're just going to clear this area out. Streets is one of TL's top players. Rumor has it he plays on a 60-inch TV sitting on his wooden floor.
Woo!
That's a real gamer right there.
That's a real gamer moment. Absolutely. So TL, almost at halfway cap progress. That's a great play from them. Shadow following the Tiger. Hobbs should catch this. But with 16 minutes left, here's the play that we were talking about. TL making the move.
And you just love to see it. Infantry supporting the tank and saving their life right there. It's what makes Hell Let Loose great.
Absolutely. This is what makes competitive play great. We all play pubs, and that can be a bit of a grind fest. It can be a bit of a pain in the ass, but seeing these coordinated pushes and coordinated teams work together, it's a sight to see for sure. EG, still a lot of players responding, but TL getting the kills. Inferno looks like he did get that kill. Perhaps an OP going down as well. So that's great work.
Yeah, this would have been a good time for a bombing run, but I don't even think they need it. They took the point, they're pinching them. All their spawns are going to be wiped out in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Cafe getting the kill on Mr. Do. Still 2 players in the tank. That's Bossman and Atrocity should get the trade. There's the 4-1. And TL looking really good with just 15 minutes left in the match. We now have the 4-1. All the spawns eliminated in this sector. And we'll see what EG does. To respond with 15 minutes left, it's not looking good.
And I think that about seals it for TL. EG could come back here, maybe get like a really quick recap and then flip the middle, but I just don't see it happening. It looks like they're all spawning way in the back. That's going to give plenty of time for TL to walk their guys up and get their tanks up and just open fire on them as they try and cross this open field right here.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a fantastic play from TL. Have to give credit where credit is due. That's definitely great to see. So let's take a look at the map one more time. Absolutely huge number of garrisons. Even if they do lose Bizri Foy, that they are positioned well to hold dugout. So perhaps that may be the win secured. We'll have to wait and see. Anything can happen in Hell Let Loose, as we have seen before in the last few minutes. So, but the fact that
TL has. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The fact that both of the recons for EG are just simply trying to repel some of the infantry from TL, I think, kind of tells you they're just really not set up to do anything right now.
Yeah, I completely agree. Usually, you're not seeing your recon frontlining.
Right.
But they're kind of desperate right now, I think. So they're trying to do anything they can to take the point back. But there are 2 Tigers there on the point. that's just going to be really brutal, especially because I'm sure EG is getting a little low on fuel or perhaps completely out there. I haven't seen a tank for a while.
Right, and we can't see EG's fuel as of right now, but TL still looking great as far as all of their nodes. 345 munitions, 340 manpower, 580 on fuel. So TL looking great.
There's one tank in the back there on that tank marker, and that's the only EG tank that I see right now.
Yeah, and looks like they really don't have much of a response at the time being. That tank may have actually just gone down, so.
Yep, he just blew up, so I'm not sure EG even have tanks right now. It's going to be really hard to take Gazuri back.
Yep, there's Sitch, the commander for EG. Should have spotted Cafe de Mocha. Cafe de Mocha comes out on top, though. We're seeing great kills from this player. Just winning a lot of firefights, so great work. Want to give commendations, where they're deserved.
Yeah, I played with Cafe last seasonal in TC, and I just met him in a pub, and I was like, wow, what a great squad leader. We should get this guy into comp, and he's taken off ever since. Really good player. He's not going to put up Rico or Duba numbers, but he is just one of those guys that goes out and grinds, gets a 1-to-1 KD ratio, and plays really well. That's what every team needs.
Right, and we have seen a lot of great players from TC when TC did kind of take a break from comp, go to other great teams. Sergeant Rico specifically, absolute monster infantry player, now playing for WTH. So much so that Rico has actually been banned, obviously for cheating. Even though he's not cheating, he's just that good. But we have seen him get banned from pub matches, which is kind of hilarious when you think about it. But just a lot of great players on this side that came from TC.
Yeah, TC was a really solid team for a while. Third in the first and second seasonals, and then things just started to fall off, and now I think they're taking a permanent break from competitive Hell Let Loose. So a lot of these guys have gone to ESPT, TL, and WTH mostly.
Right. So TL looking like they are actually being a bit more aggressive, making their way over to forest outskirts. They are still about 400 meters away, but by keeping the pressure on in this forest, they are keeping them out of their point at Bizri Foy. So, just over 10 minutes left in the game. TL looking like they are taking control of both sides of the forest. And as we look for the armor, excuse me, looks like they should be able to repel whoever's coming out from this southwestern side.
Oh yeah, you just saw several orange dots disappear right there.
Yeah.
They're gonna do nothing in those trees as long as this tank sits here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So over to the west, looks like there's going to be Cursed, Contempt, Gil, and Ghoster. Way out to the side over there. Who's this? That's Leroy. All by his lonesome.
Let's see what Leroy's doing.
Yeah, let's follow Leroy for a moment here.
Just going on a nice peaceful walk. I'm sure the rest of this match was stressful, and so now he's just chilling out in the woods, regaining some composure here.
Right. Well,
very peaceful.
Probably getting ready to give the victory speech to his teammates once this game ends.
Oh yeah, for those that don't know, Leroy is very charismatic. Just beloved by all Hell Let Loose players, no matter who you are.
He actually spotted the armor here from EG and the commander, so still providing intel, even on his nature walk.
Oh, he seems a little confused there. He's kind of doing a little 360. I think he's going to go take him out, though.
Yeah, let's actually follow this. This is what the people want to see.
Yeah, the people demand Leroy, and we're going to give it to him.
He does spot Sitch. That's a 1 shot, 2 shots, 2 kills.
Wow.
Absolute
Ace shooter Leroy.
We got to be careful. Core's going to snatch Leroy pretty soon if TL isn't careful. All right, Bizri Foy. Still in control by TL. In fact, TL still actually pushing forward into the forest. Let's follow Sivs and Monk. Sivs gets taken out. Monk able to get across the road. Plenty of smoke for cover. Not enough cover from the Artie, though.
We've had some pretty bad luck today zooming in on guys. They just instantly die.
I think we need to stop zooming in on people. It's bad juju. Let's zoom in on Taco. Let's see if we can catch Taco.
Yeah,
in all his
he
glory.
die.
So far, he lives. Although there isn't really anyone near him, though, so perhaps that's a good thing for him. So in chat, let's make a quick prediction. Will Taco get 1 kill before he dies? Let's find out. There we go. That's a kill on A-Team. Let's pull out before something unfortunate happens. Great work, Taco. And with 8 minutes left, TL looking really solid.
Yeah, I just don't see EG doing anything here. There's only 8 minutes left. They have a hell of a grind ahead of them. They would need another hour to take this back, I think.
Yeah.
And they just don't have that time. I think they're going to be eliminated today.
Right, yeah, I think that is what we're going to see. So, that being said, that would mean that there are 2 North American teams in the playoffs. With Esprit de Corps, along with OP and BHB.
I wonder if they're going to end up playing each other, too, because if TL wins this and they maintain their 6th seed, they'll be playing, I believe, 3rd place, and so that would be Blacklist.
I see, okay.
But it depends on how these other rankings roll out. Maybe they might end up playing ESPTs in 4th.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, and that would be interesting for round 1 of the playoffs. NA versus NA.
Oh, and sorry, I just misspoke. I rechecked the standings. That would be Trigger in 3rd place, not Blacklist.
Ah, I see. Okay. Gotcha. So Trigger, I believe, defeated Trirex to secure their spot, if I'm not mistaken. And EG did actually defeat Trirex as well to secure their spot, at least in this match, for a chance in the playoffs. Here's Brutish and Streets. Streets gets killed. Brutish with the trade. Will he kill this MG, though? Yes, he will. That's 2 kills for Brutish.
Good shot by Brutish, who's a long-time NA Hell Let Loose player, but I believe this is his first ever comp match.
Really? All right. Well, doing well for his first match. You love to see that. Civs, Taco, and Monk now making progress in the forest with 6 minutes left. Looks like the trio getting closer and closer to this compound. That's a rocket that takes out Civs. Or Streets, excuse me. Taco and Monk now getting closer. And there's a lot of infantry here. Kaplan gets the kill on Monk. Anderton, will he spot Taco? Taco with the kill on Kaplan. Carton may spot him as he turns the corner. Yes, he does. And there's the kill on Taco. Fred coming out as well.
Tragic for Taco. I thought he was going to make a big play right there.
The push still alive, though. Civs comes back. And we'll follow this squad as they push through the forest. So as we approach the 5-minute mark, we want to once again thank everybody for being here today. We appreciate you. There's Taco going down again. Nade coming out towards Civs. He should be protected in cover, though.
So, a couple minutes left to go in this game, so, you know, I'm not making any 100% predictions, but I'm pretty sure TL's going to win this match. And looking over at the other streams, it looks like Phoenix might be beating STDB with 30 minutes to go. And it looks like 82nd, 116th is also tight. 116th holds the middle, but 82nd is capping with 49 minutes to go in that match.
All right, so still plenty of time left. I believe that was that the last game that started today? So we'll have to tune into some of these other streams and follow that, absolutely. But TL, as we pan back out, I mean, this forest just absolutely cleared out of EG players, and they've essentially been pushed back to forest outskirts, so great work from the infantry in clearing out these forests. It's absolutely a grind. A million angles to clear when you're in these trees. But TL's just done a great job of doing their job and clearing it out.
And once this timer hits 4 minutes, the game is effectively over. Just not enough time left for EG to capture both their second and the middle point.
Right. So we are coming up with just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that's a GG. TL securing their spot in the playoffs. Now as we look at chat, there's the GGs coming out from the boys. And so
I'm sure
that's...
TL's
That's two teams,
really,
excuse me, just securing their spots in the playoffs from North America. So please continue, Magic. Apologies.
Yeah, no worries. I'm sure TL's really excited to do that. I think this is kind of where they thought they should be. Their expectation was that they would be in the playoffs for sure this seasonal. And in terms of EG, I'm not really sure what their aspirations were. I don't know them well enough. But, I think they gave themselves a good account during the seasonal. They had a great match versus Tri-Rex, and, they had some good wins to get here.
Right. And is this something that we're seeing? Is this TL trying to add salt to the wound with an airhead? That absolutely is. It looks like it should be caught right away, though. But an interesting
just kind
attempt.
of wasting their time here.
Yeah. But an actually pretty interesting matchup the entire game. It obviously can be a grind fest on a map like 4. We see that time and time again. But EG, with at least one good attempt of taking back Dugout Barn, didn't quite pan out for them. TL responded very well to that. But at the end of the day, TL just did a great job attacking from different angles, changing game plans when needed. And it was definitely a very exciting match today.
Yeah, pretty brutal grind, I think, but not necessarily as much as the last game we casted last week.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. We saw definitely a lot more plays that just worked better for TL today. So that's is definitely great for the audience viewing experience. But I also just want to specifically commend these attacking squads. So Lucky, Steven, Streets, Burt, Sarge, Chicken Waffles, Civs. All these squads that just were not forced to hit W key, but just forced to be aggressive this entire match. And definitely leads to a lot of deaths, but it definitely paid off for the entire team. So it's a great work to these squads in particular. So for those in the match, we want to thank you very much for joining us today. For the final round of the main stage, there are 2 other games going on currently, so we encourage you to check out the Hell Let Loose category to watch the ends of those games, because the other 4 teams are fighting for the last 2 playoff spots. So TL coming out, emerging victorious over EG today. EG played some great games this season, though, so we hope to see them back next year. As we come back to our final 90 seconds, Magic, any final thoughts and words as we end this match?
Not a whole lot. Congrats to TL. Hopefully, Kalito put some money on this week's match after losing his bet last week.
Right.
But yeah, congrats to TL, and I hope to see EG back next season.
Absolutely. So more GGs coming out in chat. We want to thank everybody once again for joining us today. We do have our TL and EG emotes in chat, so please show your support for whoever you're rooting for, win or lose. We want to thank both teams for putting on an entertaining match for us today. And as the game ends, we do have a video here that we'll play for you on screen in just a moment. With just about 30 seconds left, though, we will catch the end of that. That's Tank shelling the point these last few seconds.
Yeah, and make sure to stick around for this playoff hype video, and then head over to Schmitzkatze or Incheon streams.
Absolutely. Tommy from TL, popping off some shots. All right. So that's going to be a GG for both teams. Get this video broadcasted here momentarily. All right. So that's a 4-1 victory for TLEG. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to them for now. But as we close off this match, let's go ahead and get one more thing on screen. Here we go.
From the airhead. Not as many people as he'd like to see capture progress coming in. Oh, just brilliant turnover about to happen here. The collapse. Oh my god! What was that? Was that a tank?
There in the strong point. They're gonna go and get down there. So we're gonna see the first artillery strike right on cue. Takes down half that truck.
Bombing run.
Yes.
Oh, what a dodge. Run him over, run him over. Oh, you've done it.
That's a fail. This is
I am taking down the enemy garrison. No, they are to kill me. I don't know if I get it.
that engagement. But Joe, once again going for the satchel. 0 for 3 on the satchel. Well, actually, he may have gotten one earlier. But as of right now, unable to take out the tank crew. Tiger is aware of the situation with the rocket to the side of the tank. Joe, once again going for the satchel play. Will he get it off this time? No, there's the team kill. And Tiger takes out the 76 along with Joe.
Free Tigers, ESPT, BHP, and OP doing very nicely with the free Tiger charge here. 2 going on the front, 1 Tiger going on the flank there. Lovely. And the Tiger is going to blast him.
He's running around. What are they doing? He's shuffling. Yeah, he do it. He's shuffling. Go.
Bombing run coming in.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much. By the end of today, we will know exactly who is in the playoffs for today's matches. We'd like to thank everybody for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Magic, thank you so much for being here and for casting with me today. I appreciate you. And do you want to send us off?
Yeah, no worries, man. Thank you for having me again. Always a joy to cast with you, and I will not be around next week. I have my own matches to play
Right.
for the rest of the seasonal, so I hope you get to cast some of them and see all the Chad plays I'm going to make.
Absolutely. We'll be keeping an eye out. Thank you, Magic. Thank you, everybody, again for being here. Have a great rest of the day. Please check out the Hell Let Loose channel for more streams, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one, and goodbye.